Thinking about moving? Eyeballing the great state of Florida? Well, you're not alone. Still want to move here? You know, 2020 was a crazy year with COVID, and it really affected the real estate industry in a way that nobody could predict. And 2021 hasn't been any different. So the interest in moving to Florida, quite frankly, is off the chain. So I thought I would give you some helpful tips if you're considering a move to Florida. I'll also be answering some frequently asked questions. And as a realtor, I get lots of them, and some of them are quite interesting. So watch to the very end if you'd like to know what other people are asking, what the answers are, and what it's like to live here in beautiful South Florida. So today I'm going to go over some tips for helping you make a move to Florida and some of those burning questions that you may have. Now, what's happening right now is real estate's off the chain, as I mentioned before. Lots of people want to move here. Real estate industry is very, very busy. So if you're considering to move here, you do need to be prepared. So let's talk about those tips. So over the past year, we have had record sales months, rock bottom interest rates, low inventory, huge buyer demand, multiple offers on homes, and buyers buying homes sight unseen. So if you want to buy real estate here, you do need to be prepared. So let's go over a few tips first on that. So tip number one is get a good realtor. You need a realtor that lives in the area that you want to buy a house, that works in that area, that knows the market in the city or the very surrounding area that you want to live in. Make sure you get one with experience. This is not the market for a rookie. Tip number two, get a loan approval. A loan approval, not a pre-qualification. There is a difference. A pre-qualification is simply a credit pull and you telling them what you earn. A loan approval is you turning in all of your financials. That's what you need to do. Have all of your paycheck stubs, bank statements, pensions, Social Security, whatever it is that you have for income needs to be turned into the lender so he can give you a formal loan approval. You're going to need that if you plan on making an offer on a property that uses financing. You're going to be bidding and competing with other people that want the same property. They are going to push the offer aside that does not have the loan approval if all the other offers have loan approvals. So put your best foot forward, make sure that the seller of that property knows you're serious, and have your loan approval to accompany with your offer. And speaking of bidding and competing, I have a video on that. How to win the bid when you are in a competitive situation. I will link that one at the end. I can also put a card up here for you. Check that one out if you would like to know how to sharpen your pencil and be competitive against other buyers. And tip number three, if you're paying cash, have your proof of funds. Just like loan approval, the seller's going to want to see that you have the cash. If you're saying you are paying cash for this house, you need to show that you have a bank statement, 401k, someplace where you can draw that money from, has enough money in that account to cover the offer. And your tip number four is consider buying sight unseen. If you don't live in the area, there's not going to be time for you to drive or fly down and hope that that property is still going to be available by the time that you get here. So maybe taking a trip to the area where you want to live first to familiarize yourself with the area. Take a little vacation. That way you know what the area is like. Decide if you like it. And after that, commit with a realtor that you are serious. You've got your loan approval, you've got your proof of funds, and you are ready to purchase a home sight unseen That could be via FaceTime. There are virtual tours online that you can look at. I actually go into properties and FaceTime with my customers if necessary. You can come down and look at the property during the inspection period. So there is a window where you can still touch it, feel it, squeeze it, make sure you like it. It's typically 7 to 10 days, so you have to be willing to act quickly. This is something that you are going to have to take into consideration if you want to buy a property and you don't live in the area. You know, Florida is a beautiful state. It's a great place to live. There are many benefits to living here. You don't have to shovel snow. We've got beautiful beaches. And of course, we don't have state income tax. There's always that. But a lot of people have a lot of questions about living in Florida. They've heard rumors about things like snakes, bugs, hurricanes. So I've got some really, really strange questions. For instance, let me show you a couple.
If I buy a house on a lake, do I have to worry about alligators? Will an alligator come after me? Now, we have alligators here in Florida, but unless you are messing with an alligator nest with some eggs in it, not likely they're going to come after you. And if they get into your pond, a trapper will remove them. Are snakes a big problem getting into toilets?
It's fake. It's fake. People fake.
How often do you see sharks at the beach? Are they a big problem? I've lived in Florida 40 years. I've seen a shark one time. You have a higher chance of being struck by lightning. I heard you have lots of lizards. Do they bite? How do you get rid of them?
They're really not that scary. As a matter of fact, I've got one lizard. Besides eating bugs, he also likes blueberries. All kidding aside, it's not that scary. You're not gonna have a snake jump out of your toilet in the morning. Maybe if you get a bug in the house, there's always a can of Raid. It's, in my opinion, no different than anywhere else. Okay, it's a little hotter, I can tell you that. It is warm here, but you'll adjust. Well, I hope you found this information helpful. If not, entertaining. My name is Lisa.Ammons with 772 Living. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell, and watch these next upcoming videos. Take care.